Ladies and gentlemen, I think that now I am able to say hello, and I would like to welcome you to Black Sea ClimAccelerator Demo Day. We are going to have a very nice event today. I'm hoping that we will be in large amounts, having in mind that we are still having our events online, but I think that we have at least learned something from all those past months. So now we will be able to have some sort of hybrid events in which we are going to be present also online and also physically in the event room. My name is Alex Greco. I'm going to be your host. I'm a presenter here in Romania and also a radio host, and I'm very happy to be here because one of, let's say, my interests is mainly about eco-friendly solutions, about the environment, especially since I'm a very passionate, a very big fan of sports and of course of outdoor sports. So I'm looking forward to today's event to have also inspiration, also to learn something, and who knows, maybe someday, Daniel, I'm going to talk to Daniel really soon, maybe we are going to have our own startup in this field. But enough said about this. Once again, hello to everybody. We are very happy to have you here. So we know that this lovely occasion brought us here today at Black Sea ClimAccelerator, and it's supported by EIT Climate Kick, and it is a program organized by Impact Hub Bucharest with Raiffeisen Bank Romania as main partner and Graffiti PR as sponsor, together with the climate vertical with Volta as main partner, alongside our Bulgarian partner, also co-organizer, Innovation Starter in Bulgaria. So today we are going to spotlight our 12 local startups from the Black Sea ClimAccelerator program and also salute their innovative solutions, which we are going to learn about. And we are very happy and also looking forward to seeing their progress in the past months. So let's talk a little bit about today's agenda so that you know what we have ahead of us. And we will be starting today with a welcome session from the organizers who will tell us more about Black Sea ClimAccelerator program and what's driving them to support climate solutions that make a difference for all of us. After that, we will continue with a keynote session in which we learn from the main partners and also from the sponsors of the program about their motivation in supporting the local green ecosystem. And then we will be having the 12 startups on the stage, on the main stage, and we will talk to them, we'll discover their products, and also we'll have the pitching session that is, I think, the highlight of today, at least from my side. Every startup will have 4 minutes in which they will pitch, and after that, if they will run out of time, unfortunately, I'm going to be a bad influence. I'm going to have to cut them off. So it's very important that every startup will respect the 4 minutes that they have. Further on, we will continue with a fireside chat session with local and international investors as guest speakers. And then, of course, we will conclude today's event with a few insights, learning, and conclusions about the program. Now, this was today's agenda, and we'll be starting with a few words from the representatives of the 2 partner organizations and the EIT Climate Kick representative. And he's already here with me on the stage, as I mentioned, and I would like you to help me to give a warm welcome to Daniel Matei, Business Development Manager at Impact Hub Bucharest. Hello, Daniel.
Thank you very much, Alex. It's very nice to receive some actual applause and not added from the technical team. Thank you everyone for watching us. Thank you everyone who joined us today in the room as well. Yes, I'm looking at actual people, and I would call them heroes, not because they just came here to a physical event, but rather heroes because they chose one topic that it's very hard, and that is climate change. I'm looking at the subject of climate change with trust right now. trust that we together can build an ecosystem that can have an impact both locally and also internationally. I was discussing earlier with Vlad, whom you will meet right after me. He's the co-founder of the Climate Vertical and our partner in organizing the Black Sea ClimAccelerator in Romania. And he was like, 1 year ago, we were having virtual coffees on this topic. And I think it was trust that brought us together. And we went to Climate Kick, which is our main co-financing partner, and told them we have the trust that we can organize in Romania a relevant acceleration program and build an ecosystem dedicated to green startups as well. They were the first to say yes. We got some confidence that we can do more. Then we went to our partners like Raiffeisenbank, like Volta, like Graffiti PR, and they said, okay, we trust you as well, and the topic is good. We want to build together with you. And then we went to you, to the startups that applied, and we throw you a challenge. Are you able to build scalable solutions and technical solutions that would change the world? And you said yes. And out of almost 200 applicants, you are the one that today are presenting here at Black Sea ClimAccelerator Demo Day. And I couldn't be more honored than to see you all day today here, be it you will be physically or online, depending on various situations. Also, I would like to take a moment to thank all the people that were involved in mentoring session, in consulting sessions, training, workshops, and all the other sessions that took part in the last basically 7 months. I know the visible part was shorter, but in the same time there was a lot of preparation work that went behind it. I will stand up from time to time. Yeah, basically what I want to transmit to you is a big thank you to all of you for your trust that you can change the world. And also to let you all know, both people in the room and the ones at home watching us, that this is just the beginning. What we've built here together, it's not the end. It's just the start. We are sure that we will see more of your progress in the following years. We are sure that you as entrepreneurs will inspire a new generation of green startups in the years to come. And we are pretty confident that we will be able to attract new and new partners and new startups to develop this green startup ecosystem from 1 year to another. This being said, enjoy the presentations and the showcasing, and hope to see you maybe next year on a huge stage and in a full room. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Alex, for having me.
Thank you. Applause for Zani, please. Thank you very much. I really like this idea that this is just the beginning, and that we are starting. Let's say those are the first bricks on something that we are going to start, and I hope it's going to be a more cleaner future, a more greener one, and so on. So congratulations to everybody who has accepted this challenge, and also to everybody who has been working, as we've learned, for more than 7 months. And usually those kind of events are looking very nice and very good on the outside, but we all know how much and what kinds of work they imply. So carrying on and continuing with our next speaker, we'd like to salute Vlad Gliga, CEO Rubik Hub and co-founder the Climate Vertical. Vlad, hello and welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here, and that is first and foremost because together we reached an important milestone. You are heroes, as Dani was saying, just to get to this point, and that makes us very proud. And basically, we are proud to see the result of our dreams that we had just a year ago. Talking about dreams, I'm happy to be in this room full of dreamers, and this is what you are. There will be no progress, no improvement, no innovation, and less problem solvers in the world without us, especially without you. And I call myself a dreamer as well, but what we also have in common is the fact we see problems as challenges. And challenges are there just to challenge us to become better by solving them. And I think this is what we all are doing here. And this is how actually climate issue landed on my radar 2 years ago, when I started to realize how important this topic is. And I was wondering, how can I contribute? What can I do about it? How can I leave a better world to my children? And when I heard myself talking about my children and something that is threatening their future, I started to get involved. I realized I cannot leave this to someone else to solve it. I had to do something, at least tiny thing, that it can actually make it solving the problem. And fast forward, we were discussing 1 year ago about how can we build something in Romania, starting like a community, but also some programs, some actions that will help you guys to get here on the stage, being brave to pitch your idea, to talk to the world about the issue, but also about your solution, and to receive also some support as coaching, mentoring, financially, but more important, to feel you belong to a community, a group of people that are really willing to see you succeeding. And this is actually who we are here today. Those guys that are the first people happy to see you succeeding. And for sure, your clients, the people that are actually benefiting from your solutions, will be much more happier. Yes, it was a good trip, a challenging one. Probably don't know the backstage challenges we had. I can say for 12 months we had to bootstrap in the climate vertical. So we've done that from our inner motivation. And because we believed in you, we gave time with no compensation. And being here is actually the reward we were looking for. And that will still go on. And this is how we will continue working, by believing you'll make us proud for all the effort we've put in. Together with Impact Hub, we've managed to bring the first budget for startups like you, focusing on climate. So the budget of 300K euros, I believe, was the first budget that we managed to bring here. What we also wanted to do is to bring in Romania more active, a body, a European body, that is actually dealing directly with this issue, climate change. And this is how we managed to build something together with Climate Kick. And saying together, as Dani was mentioning, we believe we can solve these issues, but only together, only by building the trust circle. And I shouldn't say this, but I think we can solve it only bottom up. Hoping at some point, top down will start in a more practical and pragmatical way. But I still believe the practical and pragmatical people, understanding the problem, understanding the needs, understanding the people we are trying to actually make happy and solve their problems, are you, the startups. You have the patience to talk to them, to analyze them, and to build step by step the solutions for them. Well, congrats for being here. You made us already proud. So just come here and talk to the world about your solution, and we'll continue supporting you. Good luck, and happy to see you again here, all of you.
Thank you very much, Vlad, for your words. As you were presenting, I was thinking about something that I think that could guide every single one of us, and it's a thought. If you're not scared of your dreams, they aren't big enough. Maybe something that we should have always in mind when we are setting our objectives and also our targets. Carrying on, we will have right now our next guest, but this time we will going to have him with us via a video call. He's Christian Daub, strategic programs builder, ClimAccelerator community, Climate Kick, who will tell us a few words about the EIT Climate Kick and their activity also. So if you are hearing us, Christian, hello.
Hi everyone, how are you doing?
We are very okay. We are very excited to have you here with us, and also looking forward to your speech.
Perfect, thank you. Welcome everyone, and good to be here. Thanks for the invitation to the demo day of the Black Sea ClimAccelerator. I mean, Climate Kick, EIT Climate Kick is really focused on the climate emergency which is out there, and we want to solve it. We want to solve it through diverse range of activities, etc. Unfortunately, I cannot click through the slides. Can you please go to the next slide? Thank you. So I mean, climate emergency is there. Many of you know it, but many of the people in the world do not know it right now. So I think there are crises happening, the temperatures are rising. This means the ocean will have an impact on our planet, and different climate catastrophes and weather catastrophes may happen, and many more. So I think we really need to be active across a wide range of stakeholders and people. Next slide, please. We have to really work with transforming places. So I think that's what EIT Climate Kick is all about. We want to transform systems, ecosystems, industries, and also value chains by 2030. We have to really engage from the youngest in the world until the oldest in the world, from people who are working in any kind of job to people who are working in education space or who are even going to other planets, right? We have to really work with a diverse range of stakeholders and systems, impact them, and bring in funders and partners to really develop such ambitious and mission-led programs and to really scale them and execute them at the end of the day. So we try to work with funders like the EIT, which is the European Institute of Innovation and Technology, our main funder, funded by the European Commission to work on this across Europe. And now we are also starting to work with more and more funders like international development agencies like Irish Aid, etc., and maybe even some corporates to really work and create such programs around the world. Next slide, please. So, I mean, if you think of it, we need to engage with corporates, startups, universities, students, but also civil society, and also governments from the cities to the regions to national governments, or even looking at continent-wide unions and political associations, right? So we really have, it's not just us as EIT Climate Kick. I think each one of you needs to get active in that system, needs to start influencing these stakeholders and these actors in that system. Next slide, please. And over the next years, we have achieved quite an interesting impact. I mean, I don't want to go into numbers or into details, but I think this is just the beginning of the curve. If you look at the curve of being active in climate, I think it's just starting to take off a little, but we need to go and do much more. So I think next slide, please. We really want to work on transforming countries as a whole. So we have an objective to transform at least 10 countries and value chain as a whole and by 2030. To work and transform more than 100 cities, especially across Europe, and really make them climate positive. We want to activate more than 1 million climate leaders. So I think, one slide back, more than 1 million climate leaders, and it really, you are some of them, right? But there will be many more, and we have to activate more and more climate leaders to not just do something, but to really scale up and do much more of what they're doing right now and what they want to do right now, right? And I think looking at innovative solutions, I mean, we're trying to help and scale innovative solutions here, but we have to work with not just 1,000, I think it's many more. At the end, we want to enable funding. So can we enable more than $100 billion or euros in funding basically to come to these and go to these climate leaders and innovative solutions? That's a big question. And I think also looking at the impact. Can we scale all of that impact on our planet by 10 at least through all this work we're doing? Next slide, please. So now I'll tell you a bit more on how we're specifically working in education and the entrepreneurship space. So looking at the education programs, we work with universities, schools, even PhD students across Europe to not just make them climate aware. I think it's about them understanding ecosystems and them proposing innovative ideas and solutions to their ecosystem they're in. And through the Climathon, I think, which we're now doing in more than 200 cities across the world, we want to help citizens generate ideas in groups and continue working on them. So it's not just about generating an idea and here I go. It's really, we want them to continue working on this and go to the next step, which is the incubation program, where we work with more than 55 climate launchpad partners around the world to bring and incubate entrepreneurs and ideas to market and let them get some first traction and some first sales, right? And then the ClimAccelerator, I mean, you all know it. I think the team has been doing a great work here in the Black Sea ClimAccelerator to get it going, but now we're trying to grow this community and help innovations also scale nationally, internationally, and through the ClimAccelerator marketplace, receive funding and receive investments or finance opportunity to continue scaling more. Next slide, please. So I think this is a call to action for all of us. Let's just not think about the Black Sea. Let's not think about Europe. I think we have to start thinking about the world. Can our solutions, our innovations grow across the world, have an impact across the world? And can we really do this with a wide range of partners? Here you can see some of the ClimAccelerator partners we have spread out. There are many more partners for you out there. There are climate launchpads, climate funds happening in these areas. There will be more and more of these cities and governments moving towards climate positive actions as well as corporates. So the stage is huge for all of you. I mean, there is an interesting opportunity out there, and you have to think really of growing your business into all of these areas. I think that's really important. And think about countries like Brazil, China, Indonesia, India, which have high populations, interesting markets, same as the US or same as Nigeria, and where you can still do a lot and create a lot and influence a lot. I think that's important. And that's my call to action. So as the last slide, I just want to show you some success cases. So you're just going through the ClimAccelerator. I mean, but that's one step of many more in the future, right? Here you can see some inspiring entrepreneurs who have raised interesting amounts over the last years, and they will still raise more. Lilium has raised recently quite an interesting amount by going public, and I think there's much more to do. It's about fundraising, but it's also about scaling and growing and really reach out to the markets, impact our planet, and really impact the lives of our future generations, right? So that they can live in a better way. And I think that's really what all of us are here for. And that's why I think we want to continue working with such ClimAccelerators like the Black Sea one in the future to really make this happen, even in your region, in your area, to really motivate entrepreneurs to scale up and to grow. I think that's our purpose. That's why we are here. Thanks to the whole team. I mean, you've got an interesting consortia here of the Impact Hub, the Climate Vertical, and some partners like Raiffeisen Bank and Volta, who are doing this and making this possible. And I think Innovation Starter is also an interesting organizer in that sense. So great work. Keep it doing. And we have to do much more in the future. Thanks a lot.
Applause for Christian. We also thank you very much. We are very happy to have you here, and also for your motivation, and also that you have challenged us to reflect about the future. I salute your goals till 2030, also your entrepreneurship programs, and the way that you have suggested us to think, and that's globally, not only regionally. So thank you once again very much, Christian, for being with us, as well as I want to thank everybody who is on the other side of the monitors, of the windows, and also maybe, who knows, you're just with us on your earphones or on your speakers. In any case, we are very happy to have you today with us. So let's carry on, and let's move on to the keynotes right now, the keynote session, where we have invited the representatives from Raiffeisen Bank, Volta, and Graffiti PR. I would like to invite first of all on stage Raluca Nicolescu, CFA SME Director, Raiffeisen Bank. Raluca, welcome today at Black Sea ClimAccelerator.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And first of all, thank you to the organizers, because I had the chance to participate to this program. And most important, that I am able to be here with you in this unusual and very difficult year that, for me at least, was mostly online. And I am also very happy that I will meet in person, and I will see the entrepreneurs, the brave entrepreneurs, who had the courage to take their dreams, transform into a business idea, into a plan, and then present to all of us and finally make a contribution. This year, sustainability, climate, ESG were the most discussed topics, at least in my area. This, I assume, is because that more people, more organizations realized that climate risk is not a theoretical risk. It happens to us. And the worst can happen to us. And we saw with this 2-year pandemic period, and also with the frequent climate changes, that climate risk can affect and impact our lives. Fortunately, there were not only discussions, but we also have money. A lot of money have been raised and allocated to climate topic. In addition also tools, hubs, platforms where entrepreneurs and those who have an idea and want to protect our planet and to keep everything within the natural boundaries, to help them to put everything into practice. We all know that at the European level there are 1.8 billion money for the next years. Of this money, 30% definitely will go to the climate protection, and also in Romania for the program that we all expect for the recovery and resilience plan, which is 30 billion, so a lot of money. More than 40% will go to support those who have an idea and who can contribute to make the world a better place, as Dani and the others already said. This is very nice to have a dream and to follow your dreams, but also to have the tools. And now there is not only about money. It is also about the fact that this moment represents a disruptive moment for technologies that can help the idea that promote climate. So we talk about blockchain, we talk about IoT, we talk about artificial intelligence. These all technologies have use cases that are really suitable for climate protection. So this is about money and about Europe, but about Romania, there is not only about the European funds. There are entities and local players who are really involved into this topic, who really care, and they are business angels. There are organizations like this one. This is an initiative, the first initiative, and it's only the beginning. There are also banks and also large companies. For example, in our case, for more than 4 years, we have programs dedicated to supporting startups, not only in terms of financing, because finance we can find, or it may be found in other ways, with the European funds, for example, but it's about the support, about the mentoring, the coaching, the promotion of the businesses. And we are only one bank, but there are also others I know who support also this type of initiatives. There are business angels, and which is most important, large companies are now more open to listen and to work with startups. And this is the beginning of the community that we need to build together, as all the other presenters already said. Large companies will solve their issues with sustainability, with circularity, with waste management, with the support of the startups and the young entrepreneurs and those who have innovative ideas. We Romanians, we say that we are creative, and we really are. I think this year represents the birthday of the entrepreneurial spirit as an expression of our wish to make a contribution. In Romania, there are slightly above 550,000 legal entities, which is almost the same as Hungary, is half of what Portugal has. But both Portugal and Hungary have 10 million people. We are 19th. So we can catch up, we have the tools, and what I can say is if you have a dream and you have a product, an idea, you are not alone. There are many others who support you. So this is, I hope that I stayed within the 10 minutes.
This is perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Zraluca. And thank you very much for those inspiring words. We have to keep in mind that we are a community, we shall build a community, and most important, if we have a dream, we are you and we are not alone. So this is the most important thing, that we will always find support, and we are working to this, and especially this event that is happening today is one of the steps in this direction. So thank you once again, Raluca. We are very happy for your involvement supporting the entrepreneurial environment. And now carrying on to our next speaker, I would like to give a warm welcome to Cătălin Velescu, CEO of Volta Group. Welcome, Cătălin.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. So these days, as I was thinking what to tell you today, I was asking myself what I wish had known 22 years ago when I started my first company in Piatra Neamț, and maybe what important lessons I have learned in the last 13 years building a company from 0 to 22 million euro. As a story, a real-life story is always authentic and sometimes inspirational, I will start like this. So half my lifetime ago, as me and my wife finished the university and returned to our city, we had to make the biggest decision in our lives. So to find a job or to start a business. Being in Piatra Neamț in 1999, to start a new business with no money in the pocket, it was rather a crazy idea. But being young and crazy enough, I decided to open our first food shop in a 25 square meter space in Piatra Neamț. And we took a paper and started to write down our first business plan. It was like 2 columns where each of us put the product that we liked the most. I remember that on my column, out of 20 products, 8 or 9 were different kind of chocolates. So as none of us was smoking or drinking too much alcohol, I asked some friends to advise us with some products in these categories. And finally, as we had the business plan, and we have about 100 products on the business plan, we borrowed some money from relatives and some friends and arranged the shop and started. Sunday to Saturday, Sunday from 7 o'clock to 11 p.m. I was there trying to convince the people that were passing by to enter our shop and to buy bread, milk, and of course, the delicious chocolates. 5 months later, as I was checking the expiration date on the candy bar, I was wondering why our clients were not buying the delicious products. We have to throw away maybe a third of the chocolates, and we saw that maybe it would be a good idea to start asking our customer what they would like to find in our shop. And took another piece of paper and started to write down their answers. That was our first market research. 3 years later, our space increased to 250 square meters. We had 10 employees, and we are running one of the biggest food shops in our city. The things well good 5 years later, till 2007, when a big supermarket was ready to be opened in our town. And I remember that I was there, the first in the line at the big opening, and as I was walking between the big shelves, I needed no more than 15 minutes to realize that we were in a big trouble. So we had no chance to compete with them, that was clear. So 1 year later, our food shop was already closed, and we are prepared for a big switch. We opened a lighting shop in Piatra Neamț. It was the year 2008, and the name of the company was Volta, with few knowledges in electricity, but with big passion and hard work, we start to build again almost from scratch. Today, Volta Group employs more than 150 people. We have 3 big showrooms and 4 warehouses across Romania, and we are one of the biggest distributors of electrical products in the country. From the very beginning, we are very focused on products that are environmentally friendly, and we help thousands of people and companies to improve their efficiency, energy efficiency, and to reduce their carbon footprint. This year alone, we'll be selling about 500,000 LED bulbs and 20,000 solar panels. We also invested in some companies, some innovative startups, and also some old companies, all in the renewable energy sector. So today, we sell and install photovoltaic system. We install charging station for electrical vehicles. We produce transformers. We assemble big batteries in containers, and soon we'll be ready to provide 100% green energy to customers. Building these companies, we realized that we can have a very important impact in the society, in the community. As we work in the energy sector, we could have an important role in fighting climate change, because climate change is the biggest, I think, is the biggest threat facing the humanity today. We all see thousands of people dying every year from natural disaster in different parts of the world. So just the way we also started to invest in startups, because we are sure that the startups can have an important role in tackling climate change. So that's why we are very happy when Vlad and his great team came to us, asking to become their main partner in this Black Sea ClimAccelerator. So here we are today. And I'm very happy to be here and to talk to you, young entrepreneurs, to tell you that, yes, you can really change the world. The world needs your creativity, need your enthusiasm, you need your idea, and all together to solve many big problems regarding climate. And yes, I'm here to say to you that you are not alone. That this great community, these great people that are, some of them are here, we all are here to tell you that we will advise you, we will support you, we will help you. So don't be afraid to make mistakes sometimes and maybe to fail, because the most important thing is to take the lesson and to move forward. So thank you.
Applause for Cătălin. Thank you very much for your words, Cătălin. They were very inspiring for me, because if you are thinking, and if we are thinking about the way that your business grew in so many years, of the way that you shifted, you have pivoted the business in an important moment, and also the importance of getting out of our own comfort zone, and that is really wow. From nothing to a double-digit business value. Now that's something. Thank you very much once again for supporting today's event and also this program. And on a funnier note, dear Daniel Matei, if we'll ever have a call center, we should use on the waiting sound the song from Michael Jackson. You are not alone, you know? No? Yeah, we should do this. But now, carrying on, guys, we shall invite with us our next guest. She is Loredana Ianuș, CSR and Communication Director, Graffiti PR. So thank you very much for being here with us.
Hello, thank you for the introduction. First of all, congratulations to Impact Hub and Climate Vertical for bringing this competition in Romania and for contributing to growing the ecosystem of green businesses in our country as well. And of course, congratulations to all the participants, no matter the stage they entered, for showing that they have the courage to disrupt the way we currently do business by putting sustainability at the center of their business ideas. I'm joining here today with Irina, who is the managing partner of Graffiti PR. She's joining us online. And we are really excited to be part of this ecosystem. As communicators, we work a lot in the field of ideas, but actually we are quite attracted and passionate about Meaning Plus solutions. That is becoming an internal KPI for our products in the agency, the solutions that can address society needs and challenges through creativity and through innovation. After seeing all the ideas that were presented in the ClimAccelerator, we wanted to join because we saw a lot of ideas that were and solutions that were addressing the sustainability and climate challenges, from better waste management or less waste through better packaging, through platforms, digital platforms for B2B, to better shopping opportunities for clients or gamification for adopting sustainability. There are a lot of solutions that we think can advance the industry. So we wanted to be part of this change and we wanted to meet the teams and the products better and support the growth story, we hope, of the chosen partners, at least one of the startups, with our experience as communicators and sustainability consultants. Graffiti PR is a top 3 communication agency in Romania, and in the last 8 years, we've been growing the currently largest CSR and sustainability department in the market. We are working to create, design, and implement from communication to sustainability strategies for clients in various industries. We've been working with oil and gas, retail, FMCG, banking, and many, many more. So we were lucky and probably privileged to be part of the evolution of the industry. From 8 years ago, where sustainability was rather a trend, a nice to have, and was definitely understood as the responsibility of companies to give back to the community, to nowadays where we see a shift into integrating sustainability along the entire value chain of the business, from how you produce your product to how you choose your suppliers, how you transport your goods, or how you design the marketing strategy that eventually brings your product or your solution into in the house of your consumers. Along this evolution, of course, we are seeing now probably at a faster pace also the challenges of sustainability. From the cost of being sustainable, both for the business and the consumers, to the return of investment and also of impact, the challenges of communicating sustainability in order to drive adoption. In our work, we've been seeing that creativity and communication can contribute to address these challenges if they take into account consumers' needs, fears, motivations, and of course, eventually behaviors. This is what we're trying to do in our daily work, and we hope we will manage to do it with our partner as well, and the startups in ClimAccelerator, design creative sustainability solutions that fit into business day-to-day operations, but also in the daily life of the consumers. This is why we're here. We are excited, curious, a bit nervous, of course, for the beginning of this journey, and we wish everybody good luck, the startups, of course, in this new road, good luck, resilience, of course, and patience in this new road that it's going to get bumpy sometimes, of course, but it's also pretty exciting. And we hope next year we will have a success story to share, and we will see maybe larger community and still be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you also very much, Loredana. Please applause for her. And for her words, and yes, I'm sure that we are going to get back together the following year, and we are going to have many success stories to be told, and we are looking forward to that moment. So once again, thank you, Loredana, for supporting the ecosystem, and also thank you to everybody, thank you to all our allies for supporting the startups which will build this, let's say, nice story, remaining on the same exact words. Now, it's that time that we were been looking forward to, and it's the time that we are going to invite the 12 startups who are going to pitch to us their ideas. I would like first of all to remind you, if you are a mentor, a jury, or a guest, don't forget to give us and to register the feedback after every startup and after every pitch. Now, continuing, as I was telling you in the beginning, every startup will be having 4 minutes in which we will be hearing their initiative and also their plans, and then you can also, by the way, you can also give us some comments on the social networks, on Impact Hub Bucharest and the climate vertical pages. Now, as I was telling you, I think it's time to start. So we will be starting with the first startup. I'm going to tell you a few words about every single one. Eco3 is a digital B2B waste management platform through which clients can easily reach collectors, recycling firms, and which automates the flow of documents, providing traceability, control, and transparency in recycling process. Now, I would like to invite here with us Bogdan Andronache, co-founder Eco3. Welcome, Bogdan. Let's give him a round of applause, please. There is your time, which just a second, I want to tell my colleagues that we are going to have 4 minutes, okay, not 5, perfect. It's a live event, so we need to pay attention at every single detail. Now, Bogdan, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. And I wish you, first of all, I wish you happy holidays, and I'm glad to be here in person. I am Bogdan, I'm co-founder of Eco3, and our vision is to make recycling easy, transparent, and 100% digital. And our ambition is to become one of the greatest SaaS tools, digital tools in Europe regarding recycling, helping companies and helping authorities get most of their data and best decision regarding recycling. And it's my Christmas wish for all the participants here at Black Sea. What are we tackling? It's putting in order, basically, the needs of certain company, and here is a case of a big retailer in Romania, connecting them to the waste collectors and helping them sort out their waste. If you look at Bucharest, they have 9 collectors, and on the entire country could be a challenge. All the documents, all the transaction being put in order and get the best decision regarding recycling. The waste services market in Romania is 1.7 billion euros. In Europe, it's 100 times higher, and we have a great opportunity. We address in Romania our service to 60,000 companies, and most of them are in retail, FMCG, fast-moving goods, auto, and we are working customer profile are big enterprises. Simply put, we are delivering our clients a simple interface where they can generate documents, where they can generate reports, manage all their transactions. And at the other end, it's their collectors. They interact with it. It's not an after operation, just report kind of software. And our clients have stated that we provide more than 80% efficiency on some of the operations. It's easy to use. You just enter our website, you choose your role, either you generate waste or you collect it. We help you create and configure your account with the company details, and all the magic happens around a simple ordering system. So you put an order, at the other end it's your collector, and all the automation happens naturally by completing automatically the data that you provided to us. We are a strong team. Since 2017, we are still together, and we have the same mission and same ambitions, so this says a lot. We have more than 15 years of experience, and we've brought this year Sorin and Monica with a lot of experience in sales and marketing. And we don't stop here. In May last year, thanks to Sparking Capital and SeedBlink, we took the first round of investment. We opened the testing phase. We have the first clients, and this year we closed the second round. For next year, we want 100 clients and the starting of the international project, the expansion. Our sales strategy is top-down. As I said earlier, we are we're addressing our services to enterprise clients. Sorry, I'm nervous. I'm the first. We already transactioned 1,600 tons of waste, more than 500 orders. We have, what is important, we have 61 collectors and recycling facilities within our platform, and this means 10% of the collection market. The competition is at its start. The digital recycling is just evolving, but we are there and we want to be great like Rubicon and others. Thank you very much.
Applause for Bogdan, please. Also, thank you very much, Bogdan. Just to be noted, Bogdan has finished his presentation precisely at 0 seconds remaining. Now, that's something very, very nice, Bogdan. I'm also happy to be seeing again Bogdan. I must add to you that when I'm not presenting or when I'm not at the radio, I'm working with for my own businesses, and I have chosen Impact Hub co-working space, where I've met during the years a lot of startups, a lot of people with great initiatives, and I also highly recommend this space being a very inspiring place and also a very nice to work from place. Now, carrying on with the pitches, our next startup is WasteBill. Is the easiest waste management software through which you can align your company's legal requirements for waste management records. We have here with us Bogdan Codranu, CEO WasteBill. Welcome, Bogdan.
Thank you. And thank you everybody for being here. My name is Bogdan Codranu, and I'm the CEO of WasteBill. Our ambition is to become the leading European sustainability and circular economy platform. We started with a big vision that we would like to help companies in achieving one important goal, to be not negative, not zero, but positive impact over the climate. So it's a hard job, but we started with the biggest problem that we saw in all the companies, their alignment with the environmental legislation. So the biggest problem is that those companies that want to be aligned with the laws, with the environmental laws, still get fines, penalties, and restrictions. And this is because there is huge legislation that they need to be compliant. So there is a large workload for specialists, there is low degrees of digitalization, and there is a shortage of specialists with solid knowledge. So there are companies today that they are doing their paperwork and tax reports to the authorities by pen and paper. There are others that are doing in Microsoft Excel, and of course there are the lucky ones that are already using WasteBill platform, which is a one-stop shop for all the mandatory environmental services for the companies. Digitizes the records, generates the mandatory reporting, calculates the taxes related to waste generation, and also educates professionals and connects companies with the external experts. What is the potential only for Romania? We started in Romania, but of course next year we want to go outside Romania. In Romania there are 800,000 active companies that need waste management reporting, and more than 100,000 companies that are producers, importers, and distributors. And they had a harder job because they need to calculate the taxes and also to report to authorities the packaging and special regulated products that they are placing on the market. The market, so our competitive environment is composed by 4 parts. There are software as a service softwares for waste management. There are marketplaces, and also there are independent consultants, and that they are providing expertise and education. And there is no one that can help a software as a service that can help specialists in tax calculation for more than 100,000 companies. So we are covering all these areas. We are a team of superstars. I am the CEO in the BizDev, and we have the expert. We say that is the #1 expert in environment expertise in Romania, Georgiana. We have Tony, the best marketing person, and also Mihai, which is our chief technology. We met 2 years ago, and we invested in total until today more than 20,000 euro in developing the product until last month, when we received the grant from EIT, Climate Kick, and the ClimAccelerator, and other partners. They're helping us in develop more our platform. We already have close to 200 users till today, and our business model is taking monthly membership, and also for the marketplace, monthly fee and percentage from transaction. Our objective, as I said, is to become the leading European circular economy platform, and for this objective, we have this plan for the next years that we'd like to achieve. So, thank you very much.
We also thank you, and please let's give a round of applause to Bogdan. That's it. That is quite a easy and also practical solution. So congratulations to you. And talking about solutions, I really like the ones who are friendly with the environment, especially if we are thinking about. And now you will never guess what I'm about to say, especially if we are thinking about furnitures for babies and for our children. So we are going to talk just a bit about this. We'll continue with Foldo, produces 100% recyclable furniture to help parents quickly and easily decorate children's rooms. So we'll invite with us Nicolae Baciu, founder Foldo. Welcome, Nicolae.
Thank you for having me. A recent study says researchers found that when they remove financial difficulties from the equations, having children did increase happiness. So growing kids are growing very fast. So today they need a baby crib, a changing table, tomorrow a small bed, a toy crate, a regular size bed, a wardrobe, a desk, and then the desk needs to be higher and bigger, and so on. So we need to change the baby room so often, more often than we like or we can afford. And that could be a real problem. So why not enjoy that time? I present you Foldo, the playful furniture for kids, lightweight, strong, customizable, modular, recyclable, and easy to assemble. These are our products. We sell it full furnishing solution for kid bedrooms on an eco-friendly and playful way. The products are delivered as flat pack, easy to install, no tools required, just the hands. And our furniture will save a lot of time and money on the family budget. We sell our furniture online as bundles by age, and we develop a buyback program. When time comes to change the furniture again, we buy it from you, we recondition it and sell it again at a lower price that anyone can afford. The market in Romania is 4.1 million children. That represents almost 20% of Romanian population. Talking about the money, in 2020, we had total sales of 190 million in kids' furniture. The competition, it's huge, but we have the advantage of selling full solution at an affordable price and 100% recyclable with a buyback option. These are the financial projections, and we hope in 2025 we'll reach near 2 million in revenue, and we'll have over 1 million in net profit. Talking about the climate impact, new or already recycled materials can be used and will contribute to saving the timber, water saving up to 99%, energy up to 50%, and the removal of waste up to 90%. This is my team. I'm in the middle there. So some key facts, we are focused on, we are a strong team and ambitious, and we are focused on results like everybody else. In the last 6 years, we designed, manufactured, and sold over 500 unique furniture projects. Last year, we sold over 1,500 playhouses only through our website, and our small team manufacture and deliver on time 300 different orders in only 1 month. That's huge for us. And we are here, we are looking for 260K euros as investment to expand our manufacturing facility and increase our sales. And the funds will go in that percent. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's give a big round of applause for Nicolae. Congratulations for this wonderful idea. Congratulations for this unique product, I might say. And as you mentioned, okay, you have, let's say you have quite a few competition, but I think that the product is unique. And also such a great idea with the buyback option. Now that's something for parents, especially considering their budgets. And from time to time, it might get quite tight. So now, continuing and carrying on with the great ideas, another great idea that I am happy to learn about is the one from Caminota. They have natural products for carrying and finishing based on clay that can be used for both new buildings and old buildings or historical monuments. So let's learn more about this from the co-founder of Caminota, Vlad Stanciu. Welcome, Vlad. The floor is yours, and let's start the timer.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Vlad from Caminota. So here we research, produce, and commercialize natural materials for constructions. At this point, we are 6 months in the market with our first 2 materials, which is a filling plaster and a finishing plaster. And they're doing quite well, I may say. So maybe you've heard about the problems of modern materials, which are not healthy for buildings because they have planned obsolescence. They are definitely not compatible with old buildings, with our lifestyles, and they are very big CO2 emitters. So why clay? Well, it's readily available. It's a great construction material. It regulates humidity and creates a healthy environment for the inhabitants. And it's over 6,000 years in the market, maybe predating markets themselves. So Caminota comes naturally. At this point, we have a building system for finishing walls. And for new buildings, they are under 6 euros per square meter from structure to finished wall. All the layers, VAT included. So among the advantages is the ease of application and the modern use of the materials. So they are compatible with all sorts of techniques. And also this is a sneak peek from some of our future products on the decorative side. Also, our clients choose to apply the materials themselves. So they are very easy to apply. And if you think you've done a mistake, just spray some water and do it again. So at the end, when you think everything is ready, apply the lime-based paint, and everything stays like that. So also we have been preparing for years for new buildings, for new developments, but we realized that there are over 1.7 million earth houses in Romania, housing a quarter of the population. And this explains why we've got a lot of calls from a market we didn't expect. And for next year, we are preparing to serve them even better. So we've had 23 clients this year, 6 months in the market. Great experience. We are preparing to scale for next year. At this point, we are doubling our production capacity. We have 3 physical showrooms in the country where people can touch the products and see how they feel and also learn about them. This is where our clients are so far. So as you may realize, we need a bit of help on distribution. We sold mostly B2C this year, but for next year we're preparing some collaborations with distributors and construction companies. Actually, we think we are in a specifically good place in the regarding competition, because we are on the natural side. We are local, so let's say 3 times cheaper than the natural players. And also we are actually serving traditional players with our materials. So why are we here? Well, because for 1 ton of cement plaster, they use 270 kilowatt hours. We use 4 kilowatt hours for 1 ton of finished material. We are 2 executives and 4 business angels and advisors. So what we're looking for is really help with distribution and the 200K investment for developing. So thank you.
Thank you also very much, Vlad. Congratulations for what you are doing, and also your team. There are quite a few advantages when we are thinking about their product, but I want to highlight the fact that Vlad has told us that they found quite a big market in the countryside, where there are some houses made from basic materials, and this is what I was enthusiastic to find out in Maramureș County, that the young entrepreneurs which are rebuilding those houses are maintaining our roots, our traditions, the old design, and they need those kind of solutions. So congratulations once again. Now we are going to continue with our startups, but before I will present our next startup, our next speech, I would like to kindly remind you, if you are a mentor from the jury or a guest, to register the feedback after every pitch that we will be hearing. So now we will continue with Magazine Zero Waste Bucharest. Is a store that makes shopping for everyday use items possible in a waste-free and sustainable way. That is very important. So I would like to invite with us Ana Maria Răducanu, founder Magazine Zero Waste Bucharest, who will present online. Hello, hello, Ana Maria. We might have...
Hello. And
it's perfect. We don't have, actually, so everything is okay. Ana Maria, please, the screen actually is yours, and my colleagues will start the timer right now.
hello again. My name is Ana Maria, and this is one of the shelves of the Zero Waste shop in Bucharest, the place I created after living for years in eco-villages, places where it is possible to live in a house without a trash bin. When I came back to Romania, I realized my trash bin was back in place and could not buy almost anything without generating waste. When I started to look more deeply into our consumption habits, I got to discover how big the problem really is. Waste is designed into our day-to-day lives as something normal, but waste does not exist in nature. There is no such thing as throwing things away. And we have no viable long-term management for it. In Bucharest, there is only one place where all the municipal garbage goes to, and at the rate we are producing trash, it will reach its maximum capacity in 2 years, and the local authorities have no solution yet. Even more, most of our trash is plastic, which has infiltrated into our soils and water cycles. Single-use plastic is so normalized that we are unaware that nowadays each of us is eating 5 grams of plastic per week due to our consumption habits. Tasty, right? All of this has led me to understand that climate change is a design challenge. We can move from a lifestyle design based on consumerism that is leading humanity on the verge of extinction towards a lifestyle design that respects planetary boundaries and can offer humanity a clean future. And we have started the redesign process of our society, beginning with our consumption habits. The Zero Waste Shop is helping you design a waste-free lifestyle. It is a full circular shopping experience where you use reusable containers to get the products you need, be it food, personal care items such as shampoo, and cleaning products such as laundry detergent. For the past 10 years, the movement has gained traction all over the world, and in the past 2 years, Romania has gone from having no zero waste shops to 10 physical locations in cities such as Cluj, Sibiu, Piatra Neamț. We are seeing an increase in the need of this way of shopping and have seen it in the variety of people shopping with us. They are mainly families with young kids, consciously aware people from the young generation, and a lot of expats that were already used to this lifestyle before coming to Romania. Our main competitors are the local places where you can buy some of the products in bulk, such as Obor Market, but they do not offer the entire range of products to cover all the basic needs. And also the other zero waste shops that do national delivery, but the transport increases the cost and the environmental impact. The shop has been set up with the help of more than 30 volunteers who have done the renovation of the place and the setup. Out of them, 2 have joined the daily operation team, Oana, who is the host of the shop, and Valentin, who is developing the online shop. Together, we aim to redesign also the way one can do business. To my knowledge, we are the first in Romania to design and define themselves as a regenerative business, and we are making steps towards operating as a cooperative. Thus meaning, we are reversing the flow of money and the value chain from exploiting nature to regenerating nature and building social cohesion. In the last year, we have used the investment towards opening the physical shop, building the online shop, going business to business through a partnership with Goethe Institute, and have generated 110,000 euros from sales. This also means we have stopped 30,000 items of packaging to reach landfill, we have turned 18,000 kilograms of organic waste into compost, and overall have provided the shopping experience with the lowest ecological footprint. As part of our redesign approach, I'm not here to ask something from you, but to offer you something. We are offering 3 full circular container packages for delivery for 3 businesses ready to give the circular shopping experience to their employees. You can get in touch with me to follow up on this. Thank you.
Thank you, and let's applaud Anna Maria for this presentation. Having in mind that she also respected precisely the time, so thank you. And so now, if you are in Bucharest or on your next visit in our city, you have to place on your must-see places also Magazine Zero Waste Bucharest. Now, carrying on with our next startup, which will also be online, we are going to talk about Verdoo. It's a marketplace that facilitates continuous supply of fresh ingredients to restaurants without storage, directly from local farms and local producers. I'd like to say hi to Ciprian Florea, founder of Verdoo, who will present online. Hello, Ciprian, and welcome. Let's see if Ciprian hears us once again. I'm going to try my luck once more. Ciprian, do you hear us?
It's okay?
Yes, we hear you now.
Yes,
Perfect.
I do.
Perfect.
All right, I hope everything is fine and works. Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Ciprian. I'm the founder of Verdoo. First of all, thank you to all organizers for this first edition. I think it's great to see that you guys put the foundation of this community together. And good luck for the future. Looking for future editions. Right, so we are Verdoo. Our vision is to bring local food on everyone's table. And we do that by developing a business-to-business marketplace over our main asset, which is a food supply chain logistics. When we looked at the problem, we analyzed both the demand and the supply side. And we've identified there is a trend of increased demand for healthy food and responsibly grown produce. But on the demand side, there is a high cost of the healthy food, There is an increased pressure coming from the end users on the food services for responsible harvest and produce. There is a high shelf life of the actual produce. There is a high food waste, more than 25% food waste, and there is a more than 40% distribution cost for the fresh produce. And this transfers quite well towards the supply side, where we see in Europe actually a fragmented market of many unconnected farms. In European Union, 2/3 of the farms were less than 5 hectares, showing very often a low farm productivity. And because of many intermediaries on this global supply chain, the farms always often get just a small cut of the end user price. That's around 50 to 20%. And more than that, we've seen a limited resilience built in the global supply chains, especially in the events, in unusual events like nowadays. Our solution, it's a marketplace, as I mentioned, over the supply chain logistics, where we connect and aggregate the decentralized capacity of the farms. We standardize market information and for demand and supply planning. And what you see on the right side, it's our proof of concept where we work boots on the ground, and that's actually farmers in Romania using our app to fulfill orders. Why Verde? Verde allows customers, therefore, to buy just-in-time decentralized capacity of local food with known origins through the first short supply chain tech platform that aggregates supply and is reducing food waste and logistic costs. The market, looking on the demand side, the market, it's around 60 billion in Europe, and now zooming into Romania, it's a 2.5 billion market for fresh produce. Out of that, around 90 million produce for the restaurants, which is our first restaurants and food services. And on the supply side, as I mentioned, there is a fragmented market, very often lacking infrastructure to sell. Our product, so we are very customer centric. Customers who need just-in-time supply of fresh produce without warehousing, they come to us and place the order, and we automatically match farms we automatically match farms and drivers.
Ciprian, 1 minute left, just that you have one more minute, just that you know.
All right. Yeah, so we are coordinating the actors, and we're providing payments and digital documents and produce traceability through our main asset, which is the short supply chain platform running in multi-tenant. The way we make money, we charge the demand side, the marketplace fee, and we charge the supply side a fulfillment fee. And then I'll just skip the go-to-market and go directly to the climate impact. So we are working to reduce the sorry, there is an echo. We're working to reduce the food waste, the distance traveled by the produce, and to increase the consumption up to more than 70% of local produce in urban areas. And some of the company achievements, we launch operations in July in Bucharest. We replicated the model in the second city in November in Cluj-Napoca. And this is us. We're an international team having both agricultural experience and technical experience.
Super, congratulations for the presentation. Let's applaud Ciprian. And thank you very much, and congratulations for what you are doing, because this way you are supporting the environment, but also the little farmers from Romania, and not least you are supporting basically us, because this way we will be able to eat fresh and natural products. So congrats on that. Now, carrying on with our presentations, with our pitches today, we will talk right now, let's see if everything is all right, yes, about PolyMore, I think, which provides solutions that automatically detects misordered waste. Now, that's something very interesting. The visible video camera, along with the PolyMore software platform, provide instant feedback to collection companies and the tenants association associates related to the quality of waste sorting. Very interesting field of domain and also extremely important for the environment. So we'd like to invite with us Cristian Pogan, co-founder PolyMore, which will present online. Hello, Cristian. You know, we have a saying in Romania, we'll introduce another coin. So let's try again. Let's see if Cristian hears us now. Yeah? But we don't hear you, just a second. So I think you should check there if anything is muted. No, still we don't hear you for the moment. But perseverance, this is a very important value that everybody must have on today's entrepreneurial and also on the business side. So please continue trying something. And I'm sure that we'll be able to find a solution. This is, let's say, a different challenge. We were talking at the beginning of the event of the advantages of having and hosting a online event. But let's say the challenges are those. Yes, great success, as somebody said. Congratulations for that. So right now, Cristian, you are going to start. You have precisely 4 minutes, so good luck.
Sure. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be presenting PolyMore here. My name is Cristian Pogan. We do automatic detection of wrongly sorted waste. And the problem that we tackle is a huge one that all of us here surely know about. I'm not going to go into detail of that, but I'm really curious how many of us here are really concerned about the sorting quality of their waste. Because we have seen on the field in Timișoara, in Arad, in Lugoj, but not only, that 70% of the collected waste by the waste truck is contaminated. And by contamination, I mean materials which are affecting the recyclable process, like construction waste, like biodegradables or other waste. This incurs a huge loss for waste collecting companies, but also for the environment. So we have come to their help with a hardware and software solution. We have computer vision software on cameras installed on waste collecting trucks. And so we see exactly where the waste is collected from, and we give feedback instantly. So even for myself, which I'm really aware of my waste sorting quality, there are a lot of things which are not intuitive, which are not okay for the environment, and I need to check them out every time I throw away some waste. This is also applicable for all of us, and the impact is huge because people are starting to be more aware of that. Other players, we are glad it exists, but mostly focus on waste sorting centers, so where the waste ends up after it's being collected. But so many times it's so contaminated that you cannot process it. So right now I'm at Deponeu Ghizela near Lugoj, where we see a huge landscape of waste where it's deposited. And many times this is because the contamination in the collection points is so high that you cannot process it. So right now, this is what we're focusing on. We give feedback directly to generators, and we see the impact that we're having. We are right now in the data collection stage, and we want to see how much is the impact. You can see here some images from Timișoara, which is for a waste which is well sorted, put in bags, clean with PET bottles and other plastic waste, and also carton, which looks really, really well. This is the type of waste that we're striving for. Right now, we're working together with Red Group and some other waste collectors. Right now, we are testing how much this technology is having an impact. And this is also related to our business model, which is right now under consideration and will work surely as a subscription. The market is growing because the material market is growing. And we as population, also in Romania, but not only, are generating more and more waste. This is natural. It comes with civilization. And also, like, the total addressable market for us is 2.3 billion, 2,300 billion worldwide. This is what we strive for. Our future steps are to have this case study specifically completed in the western part of Romania. We are also working in improving our technology to detecting metal, liquid, or other waste which are not visible for the human eye. And also we want to expand to Cluj and Oradea. What we strive for actually has an international impact, also in Romania and also tapping into other markets. But also we want by 2027 to reduce by 4%, which means 600 million tons of waste that gets to the landfill. So we want to recycle that quantity. The team that we have is one that I'm really confident in. We are engineers and also business people, which have a lot of experience in computer vision and hardware, and I'm really glad that I have them by my side. I'm looking for interesting conversations on this topic, for intros, for waste collectors, and for ways to make this happen. Thank you so much.
And we saying thank you also. Let's give a warm applause to Christian. Congratulations for your solution, and also congratulations for everybody who has pitched till now. We are exactly in the middle of the pitching session, and I'm very happy to be learning about those solutions who are answering needs in the market and also are very important for the environment. Now, carrying on, we will learn about Recreate, which is the first end-to-end reusable packing solution that offers online shops an alternative to waste resources caused by disposable packaging. We'd like to invite Linda Vasilescu, co-founder Recreate, who will present online. Linda, hello.
Hello, everyone. Do you hear me?
Yes, now we are hearing you very loud and clear. So Linda, the virtual stage is yours, and from now you are going to have exactly 4 minutes.
Great. First of all, thank you very much. I'm very happy to be, even if virtually, there with you. I think I was there 3 years ago physically, so I'm really happy to be coming back to that place and see how we evolved. So I'm going to talk to you about our idea for circular packaging. And so, what do we refer to? We are obviously looking at the growing problem of traditional packaging in e-commerce, which has been growing exponentially with coronavirus. We know it is a pain point for both e-commerce and customers. Customers complain so much about the waste created from single-use packaging after they order. Of course, theoretical solution to that would be circular packaging. That means a package which is used more than once. The environmental impact of this is actually huge. Packages that we are currently using are able to replace a pallet of cardboard by only 10 of them. So you use only 10 of them and you get as many usages as you would get if you just buy that cardboard. We are, as you can see here on this slide, all the big players internationally are in post and logistics systems are looking at solutions on how to physically tackle this problem. What are the packages which would work more than once? And the good news is the EU regulation is also pushing in the direction of really putting down the waste created from single-usage packaging. We bring into the table package as a service. And we created actually two processes, two theoretical processes that I will quickly describe here, which are for which our solution exists. First one is already implemented, is in place in Romania, and we call it closed loop. It's a system where clients get at home the deliveries, as it is done mostly in Romania, and the courier takes on spot the packages and sends it back for another usage. We don't believe, though, this is the future, because home deliveries are really environmentally unfriendly, and the market goes into the direction of lockers. So we created another system, which is called the open loop process, which is in essence a deposit refund scheme, like you have with pets and other things that will be implemented also in Romania in the future, where actually the packaging is being reused. We kept in mind the big questions of the biggest stakeholders in this process. Consumers want not to bother too much, so bring the package in a way which is really consistent with their daily life. The e-commerces want a cheap solution, and the fulfillment, the logistic players, they want an efficient solution. So just to quickly describe the open loop process, which is probably not that not known to Romania because we don't have it yet but it is basically, as I said, bringing the deposit refund system in the digital age. That means there is an order, there's a deposit on the package that you use, and you will bring it within the next month to collection point, and you will receive the money back. We know that the key to make this work is really to have a dense enough network of collection points, but actually you do have this with retailers, you have it in other countries with postal systems. But for us, this is very important because we know deposit refund schemes for pets or other things have been proven very efficient in Europe. It's more than 90% collection rate for these things. So how do we manage to do that? With our platform, we consider this as being our core competence and asset. We are integrating in this platform all the stakeholders. We get money from e-commerce each time they are using one of these packages, and we are giving it to the other suppliers in the process. We managed to do all these operations in our system with the help of smart tech. So
Linda, you have 30 seconds left, so just an FYI.
Great. So we are able to provide this at the price of single usage packaging, and that's why we think this is really, really important. There are other players in the market, but they are only looking at packaging and they sell this very expensive. Just a few of ourselves, a team made from business people and a lot of angels investors. What do we do next? We have DPD on our side. In Romania, we are scaling nationally and we want to go outside Romania. So next year, what we want to do is to raise 350,000 euros in order to show that the second process that I showed you is actually the future in Europe. So we are looking for partners, the clients and mentors, and basically we just want to know if you are willing to go with us into this exciting journey. Thank you.
Thank you also very much for your presentation. Please let's give a round of applause for Linda. Such a great solution if we are thinking about it, and especially thinking about the good impact that it could have on the environment, especially that most of us, let's not say everybody, but most of us are using those kind of services and packages. Now, carrying on with our pitches, the next startup is a great solution for a choice which many of us are starting to take it or consider it very, very seriously. And this is by this I mean a electric car. So EV Spots Drive is an application for the first EV station network with 100% renewable fast charging. I'd like to invite on the stage Marius Antonescu, co-founder EV Spots Drive. Welcome, Marius.
Hello, everybody. A presentation?
Just a second, the presentation will be put right now, and also the timer will be reset.
Okay,
so
thank you.
All good,
Thank you
yeah?
very much.
Perfect, let's
Hello,
start.
everybody. My name is Marius. I'm co-founder at EV Spots, a spin-off startup, and today I'm here to show you the future of electric charging network. I think all of you are familiar with this. I think all of you are familiar with this. The climate change is the biggest threat for humanity, and we want our children to live in the green place. The pollution from cars is one of the big problems, and the direction is clear. We need to reduce it by shifting to electrical vehicles. But this shift has one huge real-life problem: the EV charging infrastructure, that today has poor quality and slow charging speed. We are committed to build a 100% infrastructure. Our vision is to add speed, quality, and for users. So we at EV Spots want to build the first network of EV charging hubs. Our products: 180 EV fast chargers in high traffic spots on national roads. The first EV hub pilot project in partnership with Autonom, the leader market in mobility, and next 5 EV hubs, next 5 cities. We have mobile with focus on the quality community around it. Our operational plan for the next year is to install the first stations and to launch the first EV hub and prepare the next 5 one. A quick overview. In Europe today, we have 1.8 million EVs and 0.3 charging stations. By 2030, these numbers will skyrocket to 40 million EVs and 6 million charging stations. That's over 27 times. For example, in Netherlands, we have 47 stations on 100 kilometers, and Romania has barely 0.5. The market will evolve from a niche market to 36 billion euro by 2030. The CEE market will have around 3 billion, and we target around 5% of this. Next year, we estimate around 200K revenues. We have 2 models. Fastnet, a company from Netherlands with 1 capitalization that are listed on Amsterdam Stock Exchange, and GridServe, a company from UK that have already developed their first EV hubs and obtained a big investment. We have 2 revenue models, business to C, charging by app and service inside hub, and B2B, charging as a built-in service. We are part of a group, of a strong group with high experience in electrical solution, photovoltaic systems, storage systems, and charging stations. Our team have over 15 years of experience in business development, energy project, storage, PR, marketing, and project management. For the next year, we have the finance for the first stations and for the first EV hub. And we are looking for the finance for the next 5 hubs, around 1 million euro per hub. We want to build this future together, so hope to be with us, and please buy an EV. Thank you very much.
Thank you also. Congratulations, congratulations to Marius, and also for their initiative. I was just thinking, by choosing a EV vehicle, not only that you are going to be friendly with the environment, but I think that with such a hub that we have seen right now, as an example, there is going to be a further occasion for socializing, for meeting new people. So basically we have a lot of good things which will happen if we are going to go electric. Now, carrying on with our pitches, which are very inspiring. I'm learning basically, and I'm watching them with a lot of enthusiasm and trying to see what can I do better or what I didn't know actually. So I think that a lot of us are going to be inspired today, and also I think that we are going to find maybe a little spark of inspiration so that we can change something in our daily or in our normal activities. And the next startup is called 2030 Builders, and it's a very interesting platform that helps companies to implement sustainability in their organizational culture through employee engagement. Let's find more about this from Gabriela Negru, CEO and co-founder 2030 Builders. Welcome, Gabriela.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I know it has been a little long, but I'm putting a little more of your attention if you can have it here. I am Gabriela, and I'm the co-founder and CEO at 2030 Builders. And today, I am pitching to you because I draw the short stick. So, as a matter of fact, what I wanted to tell you is that our planet has no extended deadline. And we all need to fight the climate change challenge that we have ahead of us. Today, it looks like only chances of succeeding 10%. How do you feel about that? It's okay, because with every problem comes an opportunity. Every company needs a fast track in order to be able to deliver their sustainability agenda and show their KPIs milestones. And you might wonder, how we do that? We developed a platform that allows to anchor, to align, to understand, to act, and to practice sustainability to all employees inside companies. We start from consultants up to big corporates. For us, size does not matter. And you may wonder, what is quite unique about us? We believe that work should be fun. And we believe at the core of our product that gamification has a good part of it. What do? We put collaboration and practice at the core of creating abilities and building capabilities. In the same time, we try to change behavior with our preferred methodology. And more than that, we try to show the companies the data, to have access to the data of what they do not know that they do not know. Yes, what market we are playing in. You can see it's quite busy, and you may ask who is our target. I would say, for us, size really does not matter. But we will focus mainly on the 500 plus employees large companies because it looks like 25,000 out of them in Europe. When you look at the competitive landscape, you wonder who are we competing with? And I can tell you, internal training, learning management systems, boring, right? Yeah. So we have understood that one size does not fit all. This is why we have created 3 revenue models. One for the beginners. We show them an experience and how the world can really look and how fun it is to play with us. Second, we take companies that really believe in their talent and we green upskill their employees and managers of the future. And for the companies that are really interested to doing the right thing, we have a solution as well for workforce transformation, all employees and leave no one behind. Traction. Since September, we managed to sell 25,000 euro, and every customer we are negotiating now a second round of investment, which is great for us. And with all the help that we had from this accelerator, we are planning to conquer Europe, or at least the country relevant for us, France, Germany, UK, and so on. Here, it's a revenue, or at least financial forecasting that we say. But we know that everyone lies about their numbers, but the only calculus that we want to show you is that we can really meet 10x every year just because we can. Climate impact, our goal is to reduce by 50% the CO2 emissions of every employee and contribute to Scope 3, and we work directly with the 3 following goals. We know that it takes brilliant minds to go somewhere. But along with these brilliant minds, we need as well some hardworking hands. And this is what we are having the founders team. What we have today, we have one platform, we have 20 unique experiences, we have 200 sustainability concepts, and 300 paying customers. What do we ask? For our dream. I have a dream that we can get 500,000 euro in order to get investment technology and fight with the right guys. Because we believe that size does not matter as long as you're fast. Thank you very much, and let's create impact together. Thanks.
Very nice presentations and congratulations to you, Gabriela, as well as for your colleagues. And yes, you really should be dreaming big because I think that you are going to conquer the world. Why not? Now, carrying on with our event today, I'm very happy to be talking about ways of protecting the environment, but also about solutions which is going to impact it directly on a positive way. And I think that everybody who is watching right now has planted at least one tree in their lives. And this is what we are going to talk about right now, about the startup Verdoo. Is a solution that gives everyone the opportunity to enjoy exclusive discounts and plant trees 100% free of charge for each product bought online. Let's learn more about this from Mircea Giurcă, founder Verdoo. Welcome, Verdoo. Welcome, Mircea.
Thanks a lot, thanks a lot. Hi everyone, my name is Mircea, and our mission with Verdoo is to make sustainable shopping accessible to everyone. The problem is that whenever faced with climate change, consumers are lost. Maybe you wanted to buy something at some point that you really needed, and then you wanted a sustainable choice. This is what other 80% of people want to do as well. However, they lack the accessibility, they lack the inspiration, and they don't want to pay more for it. And this prevents more than half of the population to buy sustainably. The solution is a simple way to reduce your carbon footprint that saves you money and allows you to save the planet at the same time. The best part is that it's free, and then it only takes one click in order to use it. How does it work? You can go on our website and find discounts for your favorite shops. Or you can install our browser extension and with the push of a button have these discounts applied to your shopping cart. And whenever you finalize the transaction, we plant trees to offset your carbon footprint. Why trees? Because one tree can offset 20 kilograms of carbon per year, and you only need 200 in order to be net zero. The market that we're addressing is enormous. It's worth 10 billion euros, and it's at the intersection of online shopping and the accelerating growing of the green economy. When it comes to competitors, we are uniquely positioned to have a high reach compared to the subscription-based businesses, and then we encourage mindful consumption, unlike the discount websites that we're competing with. Our business model is pretty straightforward. We get one small commission whenever you buy something from our partner shops, and then we use a percentage of it in order to plant the trees. Our team has 30 years of experience in building and scaling e-commerce and travel products, and then we benefit from the experience of a strong advisory team from the University of Cambridge or from people who founded unicorns in the past. The early adopters had great feedback, as the media, so we have been named Product of the Day on Product Hunt for Black Friday as a response to consumerism. When it comes to our marketing strategy, we have focused on defensibility. However, what I like to focus on and highlight is our partnership play. This is what we've built inside the ClimAccelerator, and then it's different than our relationship with the online shops, because with this, we want to enable every company out there to have sustainability as a USP. And instead of them having to pay for it, we can offer this as a revenue-driving ancillary. When it comes to the past half a year, we have focused on building a solid product, automating our acquisition, and then preparing our brand campaign. And the trajectory is to first offset the online shopping and then move into fintech and offset the offline shopping as well. We are looking for a convertible of 200,000 euros in order to accelerate this, and we want you to partner with us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you also, and congratulations for your presentation. Let's applaud Mircea. And congratulations for this very nice and cool project, for your idea. And I'm hoping and I'm sure that it's going to get traction in a global level. Now, carrying on with our next pitch, I'm happy to learn about and also to find out what Mall țărănesc in our country. This basically is translated as a countryside big store. Can I translate it like this? Something like that. It is a digital solution that implements the short food chain, ensuring that small producers have access to the market as well as the delivery of products to consumers, therefore generating a smaller carbon footprint. We are going to learn more about it from Mihai Mihu, founder Mall țărănesc. Welcome, Mihai.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for your invitation. I am, first of all, I contact the internet in 1993, and in 1999 I wrote the first review about internet on Chip, one of the most important review in Romania. But not about this I want to talk you about. But I would like to ask you, and please raise your hand, who wants to eat healthy? Okay, then you are together with the last 81.5% who are trying to do this. But somewhere in between, something is happening because the access to the healthy food is not happening. We have two main problems. One regarding to the producers, to the farmers, who have a non-existent market access, and of course, to the clients who are they have a lack of trust about the producers. In this way, we developed Mall țărănesc, who is more than a marketplace. It tries to be an ecosystem. We have two components, an online component and, of course, an offline component, because it's very important to have a physical contact with the customer or with the producer, on the other hand. So we developed several components which created an ecosystem we already developed. About the competition, for the instant moment we are on blue ocean. We don't have, for this kind of solution that we are providing, competition. But for smaller pieces, we do have hypermarkets, supermarkets, traditional markets who are highly aged. And of course, we have online competitors where the Facebook groups are trying to offer a solution for this kind of relationship. Because it's more than an acquisition of a product, it's more about creating a relationship between the client and the customer. What they don't have, they don't provide transparency, they don't provide trust, they don't educate, because Mall Țărănesc is more than a marketplace, like I said before. It tries to educate the consumer and, of course, the producer as well. And they are not green. The market we are talking about, it's about, and we are trying to touch, counts more than 10,000 families and small producers, in fact. We are trying to touch more than 100,000 families and to have minimum 1,000 orders per day. Where are money? Where are the money? Show me the money. Okay, we have two types of incomes, one B2C and the other one B2B. For the B2C, we expect about €3 per order, and on the business-to-business solution, we are trying to provide more other kind of services. Of course, we are trying to impact positively the climate, but besides this, which I think it's very obvious, we are trying to do education and social involvement, because we are trying to do a community. But the community, this is our community, small community, that developed Mall Țărănesc. Gabriela, which is the backend programmer, it's on the forest, I think, right now. Thank you very much, and waiting for feedback.
Well done, congratulations, and thank you very much, Mihai, for your presentation and also for your initiative. Great idea, and I'm hoping that everything is going to turn out exactly as your spirit, and that's great. Guys, now as Mihai told us, show us the money, I'm going to ask you, at least the few people which I have here, to show me a round of applause for everybody, because this was the pitching session. Congratulations to you. You are great inspiration, and I was just thinking about it, that unfortunately, most of us are singing on a singular bass, but you are thinking on a plural way, and that is a great way, and thinking that you are going to impact the future generations, our future kids, and everybody. So congratulations for having the courage and initiative to be doing this. Now, as you know, we are going to have right now a fireside chat session. So we are going to have two guests, which I want to introduce to you. We are going to have with us Lina Las, founding partner, the Better Fund, and head of Expansion Baltics, who will join us online, and Andrei Dudoiu, managing partner and president BOD at SeedsBlink, who is here with us. The session will be moderated by Vlad Gliga, CEO Rubik Hub and co-founder the Climate Vertical, which you have already met earlier. So Vlad, the microphone is yours.
Thank you. Yeah, the fire is not here. The fire was there, actually. We just have the chat. The fire is there. Yeah, great pitches. Hi, Lina, are you here?
Hi, I'm here.
Hello. Hi. Yeah, great to have you here, Lina, Andrei. Happy to have this fireside chat just after the pitches made their ask, and we've seen most of their final slides were about a clear ask. I personally believe ideas without execution cannot become solutions, and solutions without money cannot become startups. Of course, money can come from the clients, is the best investor you can have, but we have the other backup solution, the investors. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for being here with advices, feedback to these young startups. I would start with the question, what did you like the most? And Lina, I would ask you, I know we spoke a lot about impact in the last couple of months, and you are here just to see how much impact these startups create. What do you think?
Yes, it was really great pitches. Some I definitely want to speak to more. And I'm quite interested to see how this kind of impact can turn into a business that can generate a lot of money. Also, it's kind of, there's a lot of talk about greenwashing. So I see personally that every business should work sustainably rather than, you know, make a lot of money and then invest it into good stuff. So I really like what I saw here. And maybe some particular favorites. Verdoo seems very cool. EV sports, of course. Let's go electric. But that raises many questions. Happy to discuss.
Cool. Thank you very much. So, Andrei, what did you like the most?
Hi, everybody. For sure, I like the most the passion that I felt to all the presenters, to all the founders that have been here. And yeah, also the goal that everybody's having in this room to save the world somehow. So it was clearly on this line, which make this pool of people a bit different than the other startups which are not involved in the green vertical. But yeah, this is the passion. It's the most important thing for any founder.
Indeed. The climate vertical, and I'm not referring to us, but to them, it's raising actually right now. It's a young vertical in the startup ecosystem. And we very often speak here about purpose economy, doing business both for financial impact, but also for the general impact on society, people, Earth. How do you look at these type of startups to evaluate what impact they have financially or could have, and what impact they could have in general, other than financial? What metrics are you looking to, or how do you analyze that? Lina.
Great question. So to say that you're investing in impact, you should be able to measure it, right? So what the KPIs are, your CO2 reduced, or less packaging consumed. This is something that we at the Better Fund are going to definitely build into our plan. If there is sort of no impact made, then it's not interesting for us. And also if companies are creating more harm than good, then rather not.
Okay, thank you. On Seedblink, where actually is not just one investor, it's a bunch of investors. This is what you actually are doing great over there. What do the investors you are representing on your platform look to?
Yeah, indeed, we ourselves have experienced different approaches from different investors, and yeah, we try to consolidate their behavior when investing. And we are a platform for investing in tech startups. So part of the startups that have been present here were not necessarily been in that area. However, the investors that are part of our community would like to see in a pragmatic way also these startups from the climate vertical. So what I have noticed also abroad, this is clearly a trend, and the interest of the investors for climate vertical is higher and higher. And a big VC from abroad, for example, not specialized on the green vertical, told me that if a normal tech startup would raise 500K, if they would have also this climate or green vertical or green incentive, the investors will double the amount. So that is clearly a trend in the Western part of the world, not necessarily here for the time being. On the other side, yeah, the startups or the founders should be pragmatic and not focus only on how they are saving the world, but also focusing or showing how they go to market, how they will make clients happy, and how they will generate revenues for the investors. So also the scale up of that's why we are focusing on tech. I'm not sure how to describe it for the more standard industries, but for the tech, yeah, the investors are willing to see how they are able to conquer the international market, not only the local one.
Yeah, in this batch we have a good mix, I would say, scalable businesses, tech businesses, or maybe more local businesses that have potential to grow later on. We've seen financial asks about 500, 200K. Do you think they're there at this stage to ask those money? Are they ready? Is their business clear? Do you think they can start a discussion right now with investors? Or should they do something extra for getting there? Lena?
I would say that there are some pretty great ideas here. What I would love to see more in the pitches is concrete numbers where they are now, what the traction is. I think this is something that was missing in many of them. So if you're asking for 500,000 or 200K, investors are probably going to want to see some traction.
Numbers in potential, in clients, in MRR, what type of numbers are you referring to?
Yes, so more if they're pre-revenue, then of course different story, but some kind of achievements, which most of them do have, but maybe like a clearer picture as clear as possible. This is where we are now, this is what we're going to do with the money, and that's where we are, let's say, in 5 years.
Okay, thank you.
Indeed, I share the same thoughts. A part of the startups that have been pitching today, I knew already. Two of them are already alumni of SeedBlink, and congrats for everybody, not only for the two of them. I will look to also to the perspectives. A couple of I don't know how many of them. I think almost half of them were already having a proof of they have been validated by the market, by their clients. They have a sort of traction. Some of them also have lead investors, which are important also for the other investors to follow. It's important also to show more clearly what is the differentiator factor, what is it making them different on the long run. And for some of them, I haven't noticed clearly this X factor there. Could be described better, or to have a better explanation on that. The go-to-market concept for the one that already have the proof, or go-to international market concept, because there was not enough time for describing everything there. So we need to assess better these concepts.
True. We advise startups pretty often to be concise, focused, clear, and actually more important, memorable. Especially when they pitch in situations like this. There are other startups, but there are VCs in the room. What would you call memorable? What would be for you memorable? What are the things that triggers your attention? Let's try to name 3 of them. Probably you have many. Lena?
Do you mean from these pitches specifically?
In general, related to these pitches. If there is anything that triggers you, gets your attention, and that team, that person, that pitch would stay in your mind.
Okay, in general, because with these pitching sessions, you have so much information to take in. And of course, the pitches are short and fast. So your brain is trying to, find something. So of course, the revenue numbers and the potential market numbers are like, okay, I remember this one. And then if it fits with in your mind that the idea itself clicks with me personally. So for example, the EV spots, I remember the total addressable market, nice number. So with investors, I would always say, put the big important things like how much money you could make, because that's what investors want to see, to what impact are you making. And if these two things are clear, they will at least remember your name to get back in touch later.
Thank you. Andrei?
So 3 things. First of all, the attitude, the passion. You can feel it from the founder. Second, I would say what makes you different. And third, to be able to describe in one sentence what are you doing, what is your activity, what you are supplying.
Very interesting. I didn't hear numbers from both of them.
Yeah, because you tend to forget it, to forget the numbers. You switch to 10 pitches and you cannot, at least in my case, I cannot keep in mind this kind of numbers.
So they are important,
yeah.
But to be memorable, there are other things you have to consider. Very, very interesting. Okay, so they made it until here. They had 3 months of acceleration, and they have a pitch, they have products, they have a clear ask. What would you advise them to do next? So following this acceleration process, where should they go? Well, who should they contact? How can we support them better? Because this is what we intend. The program is not finishing here. We'll continue supporting them. And in our mind is to connect them with investors. What's your 2 cents on that? Lina?
It really depends on what they need first. So if they already are generating revenue, maybe focus on that a bit more. But if the sole focus is to get investment quick, then I call it like throwing spaghetti at the wall. Of course, segment the investors that are interesting for you. The more relevant, the better. Of course, so if start with investors that focus on green impact and stuff like that. And then just test your messaging. I would say reach out to as many as possible, and very quickly you will start understanding, what are the problems, and then you can tweak your outreach to them. You can tweak your pitches. You can tweak your decks. So maybe one controversial stuff is don't approach the best investors first, so that you can tweak your messaging. But yeah, it's a game of numbers. If you know what you're doing, have a great idea, there's a market for it, then somewhere there will be an investor for it. So you just need to find them.
Thank you.
I think you already did a great job for training them to do it better and to go on with their idea. So I have noticed a clear development, at least for the startups that I've seen in the first pitching event, I think 3 or 4 months ago. And I would advise them to continue pitching as many times as possible to anyone possible, not only to the investors, but also to the friends, network, and some good ideas will arise also from this kind of discussions. And what you can do more for them, I think the connection, because they are specific, being part of this specific climate vertical, they would need more connections with investors from the western part of the world, which are more keen or more they have a much better exposure on what is happening. Also on the legislation side, what are the waves coming, and how they could the startups could benefit with their products from these changes, not only regulatory but also business changes, and of course putting them through with different important corporations that could use their products, not necessarily directly on the pay, but testing their products and so on.
Yeah, thank you. Great advice. If you'd have a discussion tomorrow with one of these startups, what would you ask them or ask from them? What type of information, documents? Maybe I put into this discussion, is data room important to you? What should that include? So let's assume you spot a startup and today at the networking part, you will say, hey, I want to talk to you tomorrow. What should they have ready? Lina?
I would like to see some numbers. So if they already have any revenue, what are their projections with the revenue? And then what of course interests me is what they will do with the money. So let's say they're raising 500,000. What is going on, what activities, how much is spent on, let's say, team, how much is spent on sales or marketing. And then I would be interested to see the future vision. So if the numbers make sense, then the rest can be thought out. If the numbers are very off, for me, this is often a red flag. However, it doesn't mean that it can't work out, because investors can also coach startups. But yeah, for me, show me the numbers. Short answer.
Great, thank you. Andrei?
In our case, we try, if we are getting to the conclusion that a startup could raise a part of the round on Seedblink on our platform, we have a full process for preparing it. The two startups that have been part of this process already know how is managed. We gather a lot of information from the perspective of showing the potential investors what are the financials, if they have already traction, and what are as well the financial projections to be very well correlated with the business plan. Of course, the very clear information about the status, the cap table, on the legal side, where are the IPs, if they are legally legally registered, and this kind of stuff. We make a due diligence on every startup that is coming on Seedblink to raise money. And of course, if they have a lead investor, we are correlating with that institution for following the same term sheet and so on.
Great. Knowing the successful experience of other startups that managed to raise seed investment or more, they were saying the first 50, 60, 70 discussions with the investors didn't work out, didn't lead to actually a final agreement. But they had the guts to ask them if they can introduce them to other VCs. Would that work in your case as well? Do you think this is inappropriate or a good thing for startups to ask you, hey, you're not interested, but can you introduce me to someone else? Lina?
Of course, always ask. Like, nothing bad can come from asking. And I mean, investors do share deals between them. Of course, there's if someone is passing you something that they don't want to invest in, maybe you're a little bit doubtful. But this is a common thing, so why not? Definitely ask.
Totally agree. So yeah, it's about the perseverance of each founder to knock to as many doors as possible, and for sure, irrespective of the feedback they get from different, or negative feedback they get from different potential investors, they get knowledge with in this process. So yeah, knock to as many doors as possible.
Okay. I will ask Lina a question. So let's assume you have a startup that you would like to discuss about a potential investment. Would be a plus to come with already an investor from Romania? Would you ask them to have an investor from Romania before you would decide to invest in them, or is it not necessarily mandatory for you?
I'd say it's not necessary. So of course it's great if they already have some investment or something closed. It's kind of like humans like to follow others. So if someone says it's good, you're more likely to think of it positively. But it's not necessary. In the future, once we are investing ready, we are happy to also lead rounds. So yeah, if you have a good idea and if it fits our criteria, then no other investor needed.
Okay, that's a good news coming from you, because in general I hear VCs from outside the country, for more trust, they will ask the startup to come with at least an angel investor from the local scene. So it's good you are not necessarily looking to that in, yeah. Andrei, how is for you? Should a startup come with an angel investor? Would be a better evaluated startup if they have maybe from outside a Romanian investor? How would that work?
It depends very much on the status of the startup. If it's very early stage, we normally require an institutional investors to be part of that story, and we are following, as I mentioned already, the term sheet and what is negotiated already by the lead VC. If they are more mature, they have already a significant ARR. No, we can prove to our investors that it's a validated concept, and they will be probably more interested to invest in such a startup if they have this kind of market validation. So it depends. But if we are looking for international startups coming from abroad, we normally want to see a lead investor already there. Not knowing, not being so much connected at this stage, we ourselves with that environment. So we prefer to follow a lead investor.
Okay, thank you. We have just a couple of minutes left. I would go to final remarks, feedback, suggestions from your side. And if it's okay for the startups to contact you directly after this event, and if it's okay for us to share your details. Lina?
Yes, definitely. Feel free to share and contact me. I would say the general feedback to the startups is to maybe tweak to explain what you are doing in a sentence, because in some of the startups I didn't understand. And this is important. Like if I watch someone's pitch and I don't know what this is about, then probably investors will also not be very engaged. But it's about tweaking your messaging and practicing more. It will make sense in the end.
Very good advice. Thank you. I would double that. Andrei?
Besides what I already said about how they should act further on, I would say to have a mentality of a long run journey with the startup. I don't know too many startups that have succeeded in 1 year. So be prepared to see your unicorn in probably 6 to 10 years if you'll be successful. And yeah, talk to as many people as possible in order to get the feedback and try to adapt, to pivot. Not too many times, that's true. Yeah, it's an advice to be adaptable, but yeah, try to focus and think to a solution that could work on a long run. Of course, if you have noticed that you are mistaken, you have the power to adapt, but try to communicate with the market as much as possible, and with the clients, not only with the developers, with your product guys, because you'll have quite big surprises if you are ready with a product and nobody in the market wants to buy it.
So we should remember it's a marathon, not a sprint, and we should get ready for that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lina. Thank you, Andrei, for your support. And thank you, startups, for pitching us. Good luck with your progress and keep executing well.
Thank you.
So, yes, I have my microphone on. Everything is all right. So once again, please, let's give a big round of applause to our guests. Thank you very much once again, Lina, Andrei, and Vlad for this great session and for learning valuable things. As I'm hoping that we have been doing all day long at our events today. And before closing, I would like to make a few final comments, some key figures from the program so far. So bear with me because there are some very interesting and important informations. We have 179 eco-innovation ideas submitted, 28 startups selected in the program. We have national coverage, founders from all regions of the country, more precisely from 14 cities in Romania. Founders from 3 other countries also, over 20 experts who supported over 50 hours of business topics, business modeling, and also product development and MVP, team alignment, financial management, venture capital, pitching, customer service excellence, pricing, community building, strategy, business scaling, and so on. 28 mentoring relationship with over 110 hours in one-on-one sessions, over 70 hours of consulting with experts in sales, online marketing, leadership, and organizational culture, access to European funds, e-commerce platforms, pricing, scaling, and investor relations, MVP validation, product, and so on. The Black Sea ClimAccelerator program continues, and the participating startups will continue the investor consulting and the connection sessions and the mentoring sessions as well. Also, the Black Sea ClimAccelerator is supported once again, as I already told you, by EIT Climate Kick, and it is a program organized by Impact Hub Bucharest with Raiffeisen Bank Romania as main partner and Graffiti PR as sponsor, together with the climate vertical, with Volta as main partner, alongside our Bulgarian partner, also co-organizer, Innovation Starter in Bulgaria. So, this was our event. I would like once more to thank you for being with us. In different cases, either you were a member of the jury, either you were a mentor, either you're simply a guest or a member from the startups today. We are very happy that together we can shape a brighter future, a more eco-friendly future, and also a future which will give us more reason to smile. My name is Alex Grecu. Once more, thank you very much for this occasion, for hosting this event, and I'm looking forward on seeing you with news and also to discover how our startups have grown their ideas. Have a great evening.